great year. Sounds like a lot of great catchphrases there. So our alumni, I would like you to also say who you are and what company you're with and what class, your catchphrase, and then one thing that you think you learned out of the LPC class. So the most important thing you learned. So let's start with Don.
Please,
We're going to start with Don's table, so Gail and
please
Wilson
come.
next.
Please come over to the podium so I don't have to follow you. Please.
Yeah, I need friends up here. I'm Dawn Arden. I'm with Fort Leonard Wood Public Affairs. Let's see, class 12. I learned so much about what is around me. I've been here since '99, and I did not know the majority of what I learned in this class, and it was really eye-opening. It was amazing. I recommend it for everybody. My catchphrase would probably be, "We'll make it work." Probably fitting.
Come on, guy. You're holding up progress here.
My name is Sean Wilson, and the organization is the Wellspring Family and Veteran Resiliency Center. Let me see. What was the other thing you asked?
Class
Say it
4.
here.
Catchphrase.
Class 4.
Catchphrase, class 4, 10 years ago. Catchphrase would be, check this out, because anytime I'm building something, that's what I tell my wife. Or if you got a minute. My favorite thing that I learned from Alicia Pulaski County is that rain is wet. No. I'm going to say just the importance of networking with people, working together as a group, and I learned a lot and built some relationships there, and that just kind of helped me to really find my place within the community.
Okay, my name is Janice Wilson. I'm also representing Wellspring Veteran and Family Resiliency Center. I just finished retiring from my post, so I had to get back in the mindset. Class 5 LPC, what I learned was, if it's important to you and you explain it well enough to your classmates, they'll jump on board and it'll be important to all of you. Because that's what we did when we had to do our class project. It was important to me, but there were some circumstances around. There was a few circumstances around getting everybody else to get on board, but that's what I learned. Thank you. Oh, catchphrase. I don't know. Honey, what'd I say? Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm Gail Rice with Fort Wood Hotels, class 11.
Yep.
Cecilia's favorite class.
Yep.
What I learned from LPC was you don't know until you're in it, actually what's going on, what happens, and the outcomes from it. And my catchphrase, I don't really have one that I thought I did, so I messaged one of my friends and asked her, what do I usually say? She said, you either say, that's God, or look at God, because you're always pulling out the good in everything that's going on.
Deborah Decker with the Placer County Health Center. I was class 3. My catchphrase, I do say it is what it is a lot, but I also say no worries. And let's see, I think the thing I like the most about LPC was the true colors, to the extent that we paid Cecilia money to come and give it to our entire staff before they had the chance to take LPC, because I think that we paid the chamber to use Cecilia to come and teach our entire staff. It helped fix some relationships within departments and across the whole agency. And it helped everybody understand how each person ticked personalities, and so they knew they were saying the same thing but in different words. So I think that was my favorite thing that I got out of it.
I'm Ashley Peschel. I work at Pulaski County Health Department, and I'm in LPC 13, Lucky 13. My favorite thing I would say was getting to know about Pulaski County and getting to learn about it, because I've only been here 3 years, so I learned a lot of different stuff I didn't know about. The catchphrase. It's a real good catch. You got this. What I would have to say.
Good evening, my name is Herbert Green, class 12. My catchphrase is too easy. I say that because I don't have a paying job. I'm a professional volunteer, so if you need some help, give me a call. I learned a lot in the Pulaski County. I've been here like 32 years. I thought I'd be gone by now, but I'm still here. When it's time to do the bios, when the guest speakers come up, volunteer and get it out the way, because Cecilia, she go on to call on you. When she look at you, don't put your head down like I did. But I learned a lot in this community since I've been here. I did my catchphrase, all right? I got this.
You got this.
Good evening, my name is Janelle Rowell, and I'm the general manager at the Candlewood Suites in St. Robert, a part of Fort Wood Hotels by Earhart Properties, and Leadership Pulaski County Class 3. There's only a few of us. It's a long time ago. I got you beat on how long I've been here though, but we're not going to say how long because it's been since I was born. And my favorite thing about Leadership Pulaski County, kind of to Deborah's point, was the true colors and learning more about yourself, but about other people, and learning that maybe they're just not crazy. That's actually how they think. So it's given me a little bit more patience with some personalities that don't necessarily mesh great with the gold. And my catchphrase is, I just thought I would share.
I'm Laura Kirsch, Pulaski County Class 13. And my catchphrase is, it's all good. It's all good. I work at Candlewood Suites in Chanel, Fort Wood Hotels by Earhart. And my favorite part, I've lived here most of my life. So I think my favorite part of LBC was being able to not just, because you kind of learn things as you grow up, but this was more detailed and in-depth, and there was more information given out than what I would have ever thought.
Hi, I'm Michelle Beckley. I'm with Fort Wood Hotels, Class 6. Let's see. My catchphrase would be, we just need to love everybody. Or everything is figureable. Those would be the two. I think what I learned the most is I love getting to hear about the organizations that everyone has a passion for serving in. And also putting faces with those organizations, and I kind of call it just humanizing the things that sometimes people are very intimidated with in the community when they first start getting involved. So it was really great to see that, and it helped me to be able to approach people on helping them figure out where they can get involved in.
I'm Clayton Gregory. I'm from LPC Class 12 and Junior LPC Class 1. The organization I represent is Waynesville Rural Fire Protection District. My catchphrase is good morning, because I'll even say that afternoon to gauge how much of a conversation I can have with somebody. To see if they're listening. My favorite part about LPC was the True Colors program. I had the opportunity to go through it twice with Cecilia, and I learned I pretty much did not change. So.
I'm Charlie Joe Coleman. Goodness, and I'm loud. I stepped away from the speaker like that would fix it. Charlie Joe Coleman, Pulaski County Office of Emergency Management. I graduated last February, LPC Class 13. I took away quite a few things from that class. One of the things early on that I figured out, I wasn't sure if LPC was for me. I didn't know if I'd be a good fit. I didn't know if I would learn anything. In fact, I ran into Michelle at an event a month or so in, and she said, "How's LPC?" And I said, "It's going." But I'm glad to report, a year later, I got a lot of things out of it. A lot of the networking, very important, because there's a lot of people that you're going to run into that you'll meet through LPC. Also, something else, I didn't think of myself as a leader. And my attitude on that kind of changed throughout the LPC class, because whatever you do, if you do it well, you're going to be working with people. You do your best job, you are a leader. And so I'm glad that we've got this class 14 coming in. I welcome you all. I don't necessarily have a catchphrase, but I do have a motto that I'll share, and that is, you can get away with saying almost anything if you say it with a smile.
I'm Melissa Sharp, and I was with Class 8. Is anybody here from Class 8? No. I'm all by myself tonight? No. All right, well, I guess...
What? You're not from the same...
Oh, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so let's start over. So my catchphrase, since I'm a race director and I'm always putting out fires, and Nadine, this drives her nuts because she's a gold and I'm an orange, it's fine. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna work out, it's gonna be fine. And I guess the thing that I learned from this class, that if you could get someone to buy into your vision, there's enough talent and resources in this group to make anything happen.
Hi, my name is Hannah Rudy, and I work as an insurance agent with Bankers Life. The office is in Lake of the Ozark, and I'm from LPC Class 13. So my catchphrase is probably, I've been told I start a sentence with "so," and then I start explaining. And then another one I use is "sounds good." I use that one a lot. Probably my favorite thing that I learned was the personalities and reframing the way to think towards different personalities, like taking something that was negative and reframing it for a positive so that you can get along with everyone, because we're all different and that's what makes it fun.
Good evening. Ben Rudy, Class 13. Gotta do that again. Class 13. The big takeaway that I learned from going through Leadership Pulaski County was there's so much here that we're walking around that I had no idea was here. So, Class 14, you're gonna learn some things, and it's really cool. Just soak it in like a sponge. We have a really beautiful community with lots of history, and so that was my big takeaway, besides knowing that I'm an orange, not a gold. That was debatable for one day. My catchphrase, honestly, would probably just be God bless. It's simple as that. It's just happy-go-lucky. I care about people and want the best for them. So I believe that God loves them, and so God bless. And Buddy's catchphrase is chicken.
My name is Kevin Albrecht. I'm with the Chemical Corps Regimental Association, which is a nonprofit on the fort. We work in the museum complex. I am the store manager for the gift shop. I was in Class 11, the best class and Cecilia's favorite class, okay? We're just gonna get that out of the way. So my catchphrase is, "Where's Kevin?" I'm just kidding. Those of you know, you know, right? So, I like you betcha, okay? I grew up in the north, okay? So we retired here. I love Pulaski County. My wife and I retired here. I learned a lot from the LPC class. I learned a lot of history. And I'm able to share our history of Pulaski County with those visitors who come into the museum gift shop, and for those that I meet at our mobile sales at the basic training graduations. They come from all walks of life and everywhere across the entire world that come here and don't know anything about Route 66, or they want to be here, seeing Route 66 and all the cool stuff that we have around here. So I've been able to introduce a lot of people to a lot of cool things in this area because of what I do.
Hi, I'm Laura Showpoister, Class 4.
My catchphrase is probably "no problem, we got this." And what I learned, I think my favorite part was going out on post. I've lived here all my life, was born in Waynesville Hospital, and Waynesville had a hospital. But you still don't have that interaction with the military, so it was so interesting seeing the trainees and what they go through whenever they sign on, the lines they go through. It's crazy, but enjoy.
I'm technically part of that too, but also the golden knee for everybody else that is coming up. Stand right here. Do not stand up here, and don't stand back here, and don't stand over here, and don't walk around. Okay? Stand right here because I'm recording. Thank you. All right. I'm Nadine Albrecht, Class 6.
And a goal.
And a goal. Okay? I was trying to say it nicely before. I'm a friend of the chamber, senior center, I don't know, lots of different organizations in the community. What I loved most about LPC was honestly the networking. But my favorite session was when Randy Beck came in and gave us the whole history of how St. Robert came about and like the business, because there were so many misconceptions that are always shared with the military when we move here. All the rumors about Committee of 50 and how they're horrible. And I worked for Committee of 50, and so my favorite thing was when people would tell me all the things that Committee 50 was, that it wasn't. Anyway, that was my favorite session because it was so eye-opening to hear the history of how St. Robert truly came to be, and then doing all the tours. Although riding in a van with 15 other people is absolutely atrocious. So highly don't recommend. And my catchphrases that are appropriate to share would probably be maybe do hard things. I'm all about like challenging yourself and being your best and taking adversity and becoming great. So I think, yeah, do hard things or I'm not the one. So I'll just leave it at that.
Good after or evening, wherever it is. I'm gonna stand right here.
Don't go too far back.
My name's Kyle Stockton, Class 13. I work as a cultivation supervisor at the greenhouse. My catchphrase is probably pitter patter, let's get at her, or do better, follow through. So the most important thing I think from LPC would be the communication aspect, right? Just like how Miss Nadine's a gold here and how she acts. Us screens, we don't need to act.
But where are you standing right now?
Exactly. You're listening. So, learning about people's personalities, I think, was really valuable. I know I came back and I got with Miss Kirsten and Heather and Israel, and I said, you guys haven't said a single word about true colors. It's so crazy why nobody can communicate. It's very valuable. I would listen to it. That's it.
I'm Jeff Knoll. I have a real estate team called the Noble Team with eXp Realty. I'm part of class 10 and 11. Yep. I'm an overachiever. Catchphrase is probably, it's all good. I don't know. I don't really know. I just made that up, but I feel that way. What I think the most value that I gained from LPC was the friendships. It's not just networking, it's actually beyond that, because I can look around this room and I have people that I actually consider real friends, not social friends. These are my people. So we have amazing people in this community. A lot of them are sitting in this room, but a lot of them are not here. We have a very wonderful place. The people are what make it awesome. So.
Hi, I'm Teresa Stafford. I'm with American Family Insurance. I'm also a gold, so I'm going to stand really still. I've been with American Family since 2009, and it was in Waynesville, then I moved it to St. Robert, so that's where I'm at now. I think my catchphrase is probably, for those, it's like, Tyler, how do I do this? Because I say that a lot. I feel like I'm losing, as I get older, I can't keep up with everything, and Tyler's really young, and he works for me, so I'm usually saying, Tyler, how do I do this? So I say that an awful lot. The things that I liked about LPC, there's so many. I do like the true colors, but I do think that I've lived here since I was 4. That's a really long time, Herbert, so. Anyway, so I really didn't have any affiliation with Fort Wood, so I really don't know that I'd ever been on Fort Wood, been on the base before. So to go on the base and get to see all that, it's kind of scary for me, and I know for you that work it all the time, you're like, oh, that's crazy, but it gives me a little bit of like anxiety when I go on there. I don't know why I think that, but it was really cool to go on and see everything, and thankfully, I don't know who said about the rain, Sean, thankfully it rained our day, and I didn't have to do the calisthenic things and get on those little poles and stuff. Well, I was really glad, so I think that's it.
Am I too tall, too short? I never know. My name is Kirsten Ellis. I work as a director for human resources for the greenhouse here in Waynesville. I think I was skeptical at first, to be honest. I thought I'm gonna be surprised to see if that many leaders come together. How will that work? Will they be able to actually compromise and find a solution? And the beauty of it is that even though we had differences, and even though we came from very diverse backgrounds, we still made it work. Was there some friction? Was there some communication errors? I'm sure there were. But the important part is that we made it through, and we made some differences in the community during that class. My catchphrase, I think, would be stick to the process, because everything that we do involves a process, and as soon as we're not sticking to the process, everything else gets muddy. That's it.
Right here, Nadine?
Yes.
I don't want to get too loud. There we go.
Don't move.
So I'm Jason Jorgensen. I work with Next Home Team Ellis as a realtor, and I was a part of class of 12. Hell yeah. And so the biggest thing I learned from LPC was True Colors was awesome. I learned a lot about myself, but I really learned a lot about the community here. I thought I knew what was here, and I mean, retiring from Fort Leonard Wood and then coming in to the community, I was like, well, I guess I don't know. But I had a lot of people in my class that were part of the local community, even said, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even know. So class 14, if you've been a part of this community, and for a while, you're still gonna find out some things that you had no idea was here, like Kevin said. So, I mean, like Ben said, sponge it in and allow it to happen. So, my catchphrase is usually like, how can I help? What do you need? I'm a big volunteer around here, so usually I'm trying to help somebody some way. So in my house or volunteering somewhere, so thanks.
That's my class president.
Good evening, everyone. I am Trey Johnson from Cedar Visual Media. My catchphrase is, give it to God today so you don't have to carry it tomorrow. All right? The biggest thing I learned from LPC, there was just so much. I guess I'll go back to the fire station. In session 7, the fire department gave us a chance to play with their tools, right?
Yeah.
So what little boy doesn't want to grow up to be a fireman, right? But yeah, we also saw the other side of it. We saw the equipment that they were using, the upgrades that they needed, and what it takes for our fire district to continue protecting and serving the community. So this community works as a system. I mean, I think in systems naturally. So when I came into LPC, I thought I had everything figured out. LPC politely showed me I was missing some things. So, Class 14, you're about to experience the community in a way that normal people or the average person will never experience it. So, soak it in, take it, build relationships. You're about to experience, you're about to go on a ride, believe me. So, that's all I got for you. Thanks.
Well, I'm Chantel Higdon, the new executive director of the chamber, so forgive me if I'm a little nervous up here. And sorry, Nadine, I gotta stand still. My apologies. I'm a blue. I forgot my name badge. My office is a mess. It's somewhere. So class 10. Any know who calls? Thank you. So my catchphrase would be, if I text you a lot, I always say, okay, sounds good. Because that's just the easiest thing for me to end with. But if you ask my kids, it's no. Just no. But LPC 14, or LPC class 14, guys, I did not grow up around here. I'm an Arkansas girl. My husband did 20 years in the military. We retired back here because of this community. When we were here the first time, I was just an ambassador. Didn't do anything with LPC. But the ambassador program taught me a lot, got me involved, it got me in the room with the right people. So when we retired, we come back here for that purpose. And look at me now. When US Bank shut down, knowing LPC and being an ambassador with the chamber put me in the room with the right people, with Miss Janelle over there, who got me in touch with Rick, so I had a job at Liberty Park. So, and then things happened, and was the right time now, and here I am, being the chamber and executive director, so I need grace, guys. I will be calling lots of favors. I will owe you all big time, but we will get through it, and we still have Cecilia. She's not leaving me. I still have her cell phone. She hasn't blocked me yet. She could change it, but that's all I have to say. Thank you.
I'm going to stand right here so Nadine doesn't beat me up, and I'm bold, so I'm going to follow the rules. I'm Kelly Brownfield. I'm the Executive Director for the Armed Services YMCA. I have a couple phrases, but the one that Nadine reminded me most of is, sorry about the dog hair. That comes out a lot. Class 11, best class. I think during the class, my favorite part was getting to know people beyond just the once a month at the luncheon and really getting to know, I thought I knew my classmates and those next to me, but getting to know them even better and trusting in them, even if it meant rolling me into a wall. Kevin. So I say just enjoy it. And like I said, I think that was the best part of just.
Really? That was the best part?
You're the best part. Well, sorry. And meeting Ed, during the fire department. So I owe Cecilia to that. Yeah. Ed will say that was the most expensive chair he's ever pulled out for me before.
He saw a fire he didn't want to put out.
Right here. Hey, Don Murray, I'm with Class 3. Catchphrase, I actually had the opportunity to visit Australia about 35 years ago, and I did pick up, yeah, same one you used. No worries. No worries. It really, they really do say it down there, and it really is a way of life. No worries. So I was class 3. So say you went through with class 1. So say you created the program with class 1. Well, you look like you had a lot of time. A lot of good times with that. So I said, well, I got to do this too. And out of LPC, I really learned new and amazing things about my wife. This is you. You said what we would put up here. So you know, I learned that she puts people on the spot, and I learned that she was a lot more pushy than I thought she was. Sometimes you gotta rebel. But analytically, I wanted to make sure that things were right. I'm agreeing. You're going to have a great time with this program. Class 14. This is 14 sessions that I think it's really been perfected at this point, and I think you will meet a lot of people. You will gain partnerships. You will gain skills. You'll gain knowledge, and you're just going to have a great time with it. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. God bless.
Thank you very much.
Other side.
Russ, you're on the wrong side.
I was an orange, and
don't-
then I became a gold.
You're an orange code.
Whose name badge did you steal?
Did I say my name yet?
No.
Okay. Russell Dixon, class number 2. Anybody?
Sorry.
Let's hear it for class number 2! Okay,
Nobody likes us.
I guess I have several catchphrases, but before I give you the catchphrases, I wanted to let you know that going through the leadership class at county, I learned a lot about the county, and I was able to come out of my shy shell. I couldn't even get up and give an oral book report. It was bad. But which would you rather be? An interested introvert or an interesting extrovert?
Didn't we learn that?
Nope.
Oh.
But one of my catchphrases that when I was a kid, I used was, "Are we there yet?" And I guess
When were you a kid?
it was a long time ago.
When Moses wrote it.
Yeah. So my catchphrase is, "I'll see you on down the road."
That's what I
Ma'am.
I was 1 minute too, an hour late and 1 minute too early.
Yes. That's okay.
Yeah.
We got it.
On the other side.
Oh,
So
you
I
gotta
had-
stand over here because Nadine is.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Right next to the building.
Right
there.
there. Thank you.
Hey, I got you because I have to do that for chamber of luncheon. So, okay, you're gonna have to remind me. My name is Amber.
What class?
Class 8, City of Waynesville, and I was at Finance and Human Resources Committee, which is why I'm just now here. Catchphrase, just do it. Right? Nike?
And what?
My favorite thing about my class was our fostering together project. Our goal was to get about 170 backpacks for kids in the foster system, and we were able to collect over 600. Remind me, Melissa, it was like 4 counties that we ended up providing every child in the system, and then they still had over 100 backpacks left over. And we continued that for 2 or 3 years after, and that's my favorite memory from